Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Atlakat, and today we're playing the Fate of Finland. So we're going to start by playing with the Soviets. We have the 21st Army, the 23rd Army, and the 59th Army. And we're facing the 3rd Corps, the 5th Corps, and the 6th Corps. And we're going to play this on hard. Let's go ahead and launch this.
On June 10th, 1944, 4 days after the Western Allies landed in Normandy and 2 weeks before the start of Operation Bagration, the Red Army's Leningrad front went on the offensive against Finland. In only 10 days, the Red Army pushed the Finns back to the strong point of Viborg, which fell on June 20th after hardly a fight. For the Finns, it was the lowest point of the war. Only the neglected VKT defense line remained. Behind it, a direct, open route to Finland's heartland. If the Red Army punched through here, the Finnish soldiers knew their homes and families would be directly threatened by the Soviet war machine. By chance, the Soviets failed to exploit their earlier successes, wasting precious days celebrating Viborg's capture while regrouping the units for the final assault. This delay allowed the Finns to reinforce the VKT defenses, bringing in fresh troops, including German reinforcements. With the very fate of Finland at stake, the wary Finnish soldiers found a renewed resolution to stop the Red Army dead in its tracks.
Finland is on the brink of collapse, Comrade General.
Okay.
Only hours after the capture of its once impregnable city of Bulgark, the Finnish government is asking for peace terms. Given only the option of unconditional surrender, they have failed to respond. Therefore, we will continue the advance and initiate the last phase of our offensive. Our object is to break out of the Karelian Isthmus and reach the country's main road network. From there on out, it's ideal tank country. Nothing stands in the way of the full invasion of Finland. They will have but no choice to lay down their arms. The 59th Army is being activated and brought up from the rear, with additional security and support troops ready to clear out any remaining Finnish pockets of resistance. The direct axis of advance in the north is the most heavily defended. You may consider breaking through in the east first by fording the Volksy River.
So we have 3 lines of attack. We can either attack this way, or this way, or this way. These are 2, or I'm going to consider them the same, since it's all going towards this town here. And what we want to do is capture that main road going down towards that town.
Good luck, Comrade General. Total victory is within our grasp.
Nice mustache. Alright, so this is Army General. It's a little bit different than our 10v10s. We're actually controlling a few divisions here. And we're actually going to be trying to break through this front line and capturing this town here. So we have to find the axis to go through this way, or this way. If I would have to take a guess, this would be a diversion, and we should try to go straight through. This wooded area is going to be difficult to take. And over here, it's nice and flat, and there's no tree lines or anything. So let's see where we start our assault. They're quite entrenched here, entrenched in this wood line here. It might be best to push down here to cause a diversion and move some of the troops down that way. And also keep the pressure down here as well. Well, let's start with the first phase. Let's move these guys here. Let's go ahead and put the pressure on them. We got to make sure we also set up our anti-aircraft defenses. Will be the range here. You see a little bit further up. We're going to put the pressure on this small unit here. and send some reinforcements. And the rest are going over here. Got a lot of units to move. Lots of units to move. Let's start the breakthrough here. Deploy our AA guns. Set our anti-tank gun over there. Since we're moving through the woods with trucks, it's going to take us a bit to get through. And he's basically on foot, or their units are. Let's put the pressure here. It might be tough to break through there, just because it's so narrow. You got a bombardment at the front line. Let's hit that light AT gun. And now let's start the pressure on the front. So we're about to initiate our first battle. What we need mostly is infantry, more infantry, some artillery, some tanks, more infantry towards phase B, I would say. Maybe some aircraft. I want to spread them out pretty well. Let's go to tactical battle. We're going to be controlling the 129th Guards Rifle Regiment. And we're going to be supported by all of these regiments and this artillery brigade. We're about to initiate this battle. And we're up against the 3rd Brigade, the 3rd Light Artillery Regiment, the 3rd Brigade, the 3rd Brigade, and the 3rd Brigade. So it looks like they're infantry brigades, or infantry regiments at least. Let's see what we have here. As for supporting, let's go ahead and get some reconnaissance up. We'll pick this side of the map here. Do we have any other recon units? Yes, we do. Let's get some artillery. Do we have anything here? No. Ooh, these were kind of handy. I guess we're going to try to break through here first. Let's move a few of these guys up. Let's get an MG up. This MG is going to provide some cover to our guys when they get out in the open. Get a commander out too. I have a feeling we should get some infantry here too. to guard our flank. We'll get them moved up here. We still got 2 points. Should we spend it on? Bring us some AT guns. We're not going to be facing any tanks, so I'm not too worried. Let's move them up this way. Already under attack. They didn't waste any time here. Now go that way. Let's bring up our mortars. Get some fire support on them. They're bringing up mortars too. So the Finns are not trying to make this easy. How's everything going on other fronts? They're pushing through. I really need to get rid of that motorcycle. We just lost that machine gun. Let's bring up another one. At this point, we need to bring more infantry up as well. Let's finish off the commander and set our AT guns. That gun's on its own, so it's going to be vulnerable. Bring up the commander and some reconnaissance units. Let's attack that forest and take this flag. As soon as we capture the high ground, we'll be able to see everything on the lower part, especially these 3 flags here. Come in some more units here. What did they just drop over there? And we just secured a solid foothold. So let's keep up the pressure. And it was a good idea to put these guys in the center, because right now they were able to build up around here. And their artillery right now is shredding our mortars. An infantry squad over there to overwhelm that AT gun. And that Finnish infantry was a little tougher than expected.
Оружие на изготовку!
Как скажете, товарищ командир.
Зацепили!
Готов переводить?
Oh, just walked up to fortification. And we need those mortars for that.
Готовы открыть огонь. Сравняемся с землей.
Вставай, страна огромная.
And we're already pushing towards the next point.
Товарищ.
We still got to contest with those, that infantry here on the side. We still have a squad here.
Ваша карета вас ждет, товарищ.
See what else we can get up here.
Зацепили!
Осторожно. Замечен противник.
Let's get another machine gun up.
Жду приказов.
Борис, ложись!
20 слева. Огонь. Готов к приказу.
Move up the commander. Get some recon over the hill. And those mortars should clear those guys out. Yep.
Оружие на изготовку!
Let's deal with the fortification because it's watching the road. Too bad we don't have any tanks.
Взвод построен и ждет приказа. Санитар!
Замечен противник.
Вытащите меня отсюда!
Fall back.
Отступаем!
Let's push up forward.
Патронов нет!
Those guys need resupply.
Больше не могу.
Готов переводить.
Let's get the machine gun up.
Нужны боеприпасы! Борис, ложись!
And let's fully capture this point.
Да, товарищ. Все наружу.
Стрелки готовы!
Oh, they had a machine gun there too.
Борис, ложись!
Let's see what we can deal with those guys up close. Some of these guys.
Сделали их! Вижу противника!
They're just causing us a lot of headaches right now.
Вижу
We just lost a
противника.
sniper squad.
Санитар! Пора! Пошевеливайтесь!
And finally, we capture all their fortifications.
Санитар! Вставай, страна огромная!
Need more reconnaissance up there.
Зацепили!
Готов, товарищ.
Назад! Назад! Вставай, страна огромная! Бойцы, стой! Будь свободен! Пошли!
Make sure that we collapse these guys so we can
Зацепили!
move our infantry on this road, you know, safely.
Ваше приказание!
The squad here got wiped out.
Оружие на изготовку!
Let's move these guys up so we don't get counter battery.
Санитар! Вперед, хлопцы! Сороги!
Now we can press forward with this infantry squad so we're not
Санитар!
completely overwhelmed.
Мы слушаем.
Борис, ложись!
Get another machine gun up here. And some more infantry. They're having a rough time right now.
Борис, ложись!
Корректирую огонь. Зацветали яблони и груши, поплыли туманы над рекой. Приходила на берег Катюша.
Oh, that was quite interesting.
Я больше не могу.
Выдвигаемся. Куда вам достать? Осторожнее, враг рядом.
Взвод построен и ждет приказа.
Bring up
Борис,
some of these
ложись!
guys here. So we're actually doing this on multiple fronts now. Let's fall back.
Назад! Назад!
We're getting shredded by the infantry.
Сравняемся с землей. Привет, товарищ. Держи их прижатыми.
Зацепили!
Порезали их на кусочки, товарищ.
Зацепили! За родину! Бою!
Готов, товарищ.
Let's begin pushing towards the town.
Вставай, страна огромная!
We're still dealing with guys on this little flank here.
Зацепили! Стрелки готовы!
So far we captured enough ground.
Правильно, прицелы.
За родину! Да, товарищ капитан. Прикончили гадов. Отделение ждет команды. Прикончили гадов.
Доставлю вас туда в долю секунды. Дайте нам хорошую огневую позицию. Боеприпасы закончились.
К бою!
We're gonna overwhelm those guys.
Товарищ командир, доставлю вас туда в долю секунды.
No matter how strong the Finnish infantry is, they won't be able to deal with too many of our guys at the same time, especially 3 squads. That's where those bloody mortars are at. And we won't be able to have a tactical advantage till next phase.
Санитар! Разговорчики в строю. Борис, ложись! Вставай, страна огромная.
Let's keep the pressure here.
Да, товарищ.
Борис, ложись! Взвод построен и
Now with
ждет
their machine
приказа.
guns, we should have somewhat an advantage. Let's get our guys into the town.
Стрелки готовы.
Один готов.
Санитар!
We're
Ваши
pressing hard now.
приказания?
Замечены фашисты. Проверить прицелы. Орудия заряжены и готовы. Прицел 10. Огонь. Здесь вы видите.
Взвод построен и ждет
Let's
приказа.
follow them back since they don't have any, they can't deal with these guys up close. Send a squad up there. No, an AT squad. Some of these guys here in the tree line.
Зацепили! Вставай, страна огромная.
Let's advance towards the second flag of the town.
Да, товарищ капитан. Бойцы, стой!
Ваша карета вас ждет, товарищ.
Вперед! И снаряжение не забудьте. Разговорчики в строю.
We got a machine gun covering them, so we're gonna try to press down this little ridge.
Борис, ложись!
Водочки никто не желает.
Борис, ложись! Так точно.
Always got to be aware for counterattacks.
Команды. Пошли, пошли.
Take that out.
Прикончили гадов. Второй взвод. Выдвигаемся.
Готовы, товарищ капитан. Еще один готов.
За родину!
Let's get in the high ground with the church. Let's capture a small point here. And they just took out one of our squads with some artillery.
Лодочки никто не желает.
Зацепили. Прикончили гадов. За родину! Вставай, страна огромная. Вижу противника.
They got a machine gun and a command unit holding us back.
Да, товарищ капитан. Открыть огонь! Разговорчики в строю.
And we're taking significant casualties again.
Борис, ложись! Санитар!
Bringing more infantry over here. And we cleared them out of that little tree line here.
Ждет команды.
And they're attacking us in this tree line here.
Оружие на изготовку.
We're gonna have to bring up a machine gun and some more infantry.
Камрад, камрад!
We're on the 2nd battalion already since we exhausted most of our squads trying to take all these areas here.
Все наружу.
Let's go through the tree line.
Борис, ложись!
Готовы, товарищ капитан.
Сделали их! Свод построен и ждет приказа.
And this squad is gonna fire here.
Я больше не могу.
Врача.
Right now, this battle is for this little tree line here.
Прикончили
Getting some
гадов.
snipers.
Зацепили! Вижу противника. Да, товарищ капитан.
They haven't made much progress compared to us.
Да, товарищ.
Bring them up here.
Учим вас там.
Вижу противника. Разговорчики в строю. Оружие на изготовку. К бою. Вытащите меня отсюда.
Trying to accomplish our first objective to capture this forest here.
Противника.
And it's still not going very well.
Вытащите меня отсюда.
Заметен противник. Да, товарищ.
Вытащите меня отсюда. Борис, ложись.
Does this squad have any mortars? Yes, they do.
Санитар. Оружие на изготовку. Зацепили.
And this is why it's important to keep the high ground, because these guys can keep a track of basically everything under them. So we're able to push them out just with this one squad on the high ground.
Цепью.
Did the same thing over here. Don't listen to that, go that way.
В строю. Цепью. Вперед. Свод построен и ждет приказа.
The machine guns are just firing non-stop.
Вижу противника.
Let's get some mortars in those guys.
Да, товарищ капитан. Борис, ложись. Вытащите меня отсюда! Прикончили гадов!
Bring some AT guns up. And let's really press them here. Because we really need the spores if we're going to plan to hold this.
Зацепили!
Ждем координатов. Еще один готов.
Так точно! Вытащите меня отсюда! Вижу
We
противника!
gotta get some cover for those guys.
Отступаем!
We're not gonna be effective until they push forward a little more.
Орудие готово. Меняй позицию.
That machine gun over there is helping hold them back.
Отделение ждет команды! Вперед! И снаряжение не забудьте!
Just lost another sniper squad.
Нужен острый глаз, товарищ.
Я больше не могу! Зацепили!
Those machine guns have done a good job of holding
Борис, ложись!
them down. It's resulting in less casualties over here and less troops.
Санитар! Разговорчики в строю! Сделали их!
Bring more of these guys up.
Построен и ждет приказа. Вытащите меня отсюда!
Вытаскивай
And we're
нас
getting
отсюда.
counter battery again. But we've captured the road.
Да, товарищ капитан. Я больше не могу. Да, товарищ капитан.
Боец, убит!
Заряжай!
Those squads are fighting right now. We're
Санитар!
bringing up more reinforcements.
Товарищ командир, мы так долго не протянем. Сворачивай, мы уходим.
Squads over there getting overwhelmed.
Готовы открыть огонь. Прицел 10. Огонь!
Зацепили!
And they're poured into that town.
Да, товарищ.
Борис, ложись! Ваши приказания? Вперед, хлопцы!
Орудие готово. Готовы открыть огонь. Корректирую огонь.
Борис, ложись! Стрелки готовы! Зацепили! Так точно!
The counterattack so far has been somewhat successful.
Борис, ложись!
We just gotta keep pouring in guys into the meat grinder.
Зацепили! Оружие на изготовку! Пора! Пошевеливайтесь!
And as long as we control the high ground, they're gonna struggle with just continuously attacking us. Best thing we can do is try to hit those artillery guns that are causing so much havoc right now.
Разговорчики в строю! Вижу противника! Борис, ложись!
Next wave's coming up.
И ждет приказа! Шагом марш!
And the town was able to get cleared, actually.
Удар!
Now we are taking significant losses, though. Bring up some machine guns,
Зацепили! Вытащите меня отсюда!
AT gun.
Зацепили!
Some of these guys here in case there's a breakthrough.
Прикончили гадов! Да, товарищ капитан. Взвод построен и ждет приказа. За родину! Борис,
Our
ложись!
tank should have started coming into the fight now.
Боеприпасы закончились.
Разговорчики в строю. Назад! Назад!
We're hammering those AT guns now.
Мой пулемет к вашим указаниям. Пошли. Развертываемся здесь.
Борис, ложись! Я больше не могу.
Орудия заряжены и готовы. Фиксирую огонь. Врача.
Get rid of that wave.
Взвод построен и ждет приказа.
And start attacking towards here.
Да, товарищ командир. Боеприпасы закончились. Мы их прижмем. Вы их обойдете. Здесь его видите.
Да, товарищ капитан.
These guys are here in case of a breakthrough.
Пошли. Сделали. Санитар! Стрелки готовы. Продолжать движение. Зацепили. Борис, ложись.
We still got plenty of these guys.
Замечены фашисты. Проверить прицелы.
Отделение ждет команды.
The Finns feel like they can attack a bit now,
Выпущу вас.
since they're overwhelming our machine guns and infantry on the right.
Борис, ложись.
Сравняемся с землей. Понял. Меняю
That
позицию.
squad up.
Вытащите меня отсюда.
Отряд снайперов готов.
And so far, this town is defying us.
Вытащите меня отсюда. Сделали. Да, товарищ капитан.
Let's fall back. Prepare to meet them here in the forest.
Ваши приказания. Борис, ложись.
Прицел 10. Огонь. Выводи нас отсюда. Снайпер к вашему распоряжению.
Зацепили. Второй взвод. Выдвигаемся.
Get out of that vehicle, please.
Построен и ждет приказа. Санитар! Так точно. Отступаем! Да, товарищ капитан. Санитар!
Одна пять. Фашист.
We just have to capture this sector, and we'll have just as many points as them, and we have to hold this at all costs.
Санитар! Разговорчики в строю.
All right, let's prepare the counterattack.
Обгорел.
Just as they're swarming us too. We're doing the exact same thing back to them. And buying as much time as we can. Looks like our mortars got completely wrecked.
Цепью! Вперед!
What is going on? Stay this way.
Отделение ждет команды.
Врача!
Так точно.
Головы пригните, черт подери! Врача!
Making this last determined push. Only got 1:50 left.
За родину!
Готов срывать танцы, товарищ!
Шагом марш! Оружие на изготовку! Бойцы, стой! Да, товарищ капитан. Я больше не могу. Бойцы, стой! Отделение ждет команды.
Bringing more squads up.
Меня отсюда!
Now, guys, let's push through. Only got a minute left.
А, горе!
Вытащите меня отсюда! Взвод построен и ждет приказа.
Counter-tank failed.
Все наружу!
Я больше не могу.
As long as we keep them locked in this force, we should be okay.
Вперед, хлопцы!
Кису!
Ваши приказания? Зацепили! За родину!
They're overwhelming this flank over here.
Я больше не могу.
Gotta get some machine guns up.
Санитар! Так точно. Вытащите меня отсюда!
That ends the first match. Ends in a draw. Let's exit. So the first push was not a failure, but not a success either. It was kind of a stalemate. But our job right now is to thin out their front line as much as we can. We're heading on to another phase. Might avoid this one. I'm gonna get that tank up there closer. Feel like our tanks coming in phase C was probably one of the issues we ran into. We're also playing this on the hardest difficulty, not playing this on easy. What's best is set ourselves in position for next turn. We expect some counterattacks too. If not, they're just going to stay there and hold. To move up everything we can. To initiate our front line. This AT gun's got to go forward too. Because we're going to deny all their air access next turn. We'll leave that alone for now. We got a traffic jam over here. Here we have access to our 3 army groups. We have an air wing. We have some reinforcements that we can call up, but we're not going to call up anybody yet. And here is the 59th. We have to wait till these certain periods of time to get our reinforcements. But if we really do want to break through that, we need tanks. Especially here. Seems like they're the weakest here. A little bit more reinforced here. And they're very much reinforced here. So right now it's about putting the pressure. Let's move some AT guns to here. They already have denied them anti-air here. So when we push here, we don't have to worry about any other aircraft. So let's go ahead and end this, and that is our first turn. Now it's theirs. Look, they've actually fallen back due to significant losses. They might reinforce those areas. They're just moving their troops around, honest, at this point. It seems like they're retreating or doing something. Next turn, we're going to press here and try to see if we can divide this road and divide this entire grouping here. Don't expect this group to move, but this group here is going to try to break through here and link up with this one here while this one breaks here. I'm going to try to capture this entire road here so there's no more supplies or reinforcements. And they've reinforced this area here. This area is opened up a bit. It looks like our anti-air is doing its job. Next turn, we're going to try to bomb the anti-aircraft installations they have and some of their batteries. Now that we're in better place for an attack. We have these tanks here. These T-34s, I believe. Yeah, these are 85s. And we have some of our lower tier T-34s too, which are going to be used for this push here. We're just waiting to finish up his turn. Put one of his aircraft here to deny airspace there. Now it's our turn. So let's go ahead and press them again. And there's actually an opening here. I want to be careful not to get ambushed. Set in our tank. And we just broke through their front line. Now we apply the pressure here. And we start flooding in our infantry towards this one gap here. Now it's time to get aggressive. We've almost encircled those units here. We're going to have to clear them out of the forest. There's some artillery. Let's see if we can bombard anything. Let's bombard that AT gun, that anti-aircraft gun. Let me see. That should give him some cover. And with us pushing forward, now we got to move the anti-aircraft gun. Do we have any fighters? Here's our fighter squadron. Let's go ahead and make sure we have air supremacy around the front. And we were turned away due to their anti-air. This one's on right here. Most beginning to flood that area with units. They'll probably counterattack these units here, since they're doing the breakthrough. To bring up a lot more reinforcements. Till we get that traffic jam out of the way. And for now, we're just gonna keep those units there. Let's actually dig them in. That takes away air supremacy in this area. And our units cannot push through. And we now have passed through the gap. So we're threatening this road now. There's a few infantry squads over here, or infantry battalions and regiments. They bombarded that unit in the forward. This front might be a bit quiet. Bombard that. He had a squad that got through our defenses here, or a battalion. It's not going to do much, but we're going to try to break through here, since we can't do anything here yet. Let's flood as many units as we can before we start our offensive. Get artillery, more infantry. If we can capture this road, we can isolate these units here. But let's start the second phase of this battle. So we won't be able to bring any aircraft into this. Need some infantry. Let's go to the tactical battle. I'm also going to take control of the tanks as well. And we're not going to be able to do much until phase B. So we're fighting with elements of the 20th Brigade. And we have multiple regiments here too. So let's pick where we can start this attack. Send a reconnaissance unit here. Let's also get an AT gun overlooking the pass. And a machine gun. Should be enough to hold this little ridge, hopefully. We're gonna launch a limited attack over there with one squad towards this tree line here, towards the town. This tree line here is going to be important also to capture. We don't have as many units, and we're the only battalion active right now. So let's bring a machine gun up. Get some eyes out there too. I'm debating about working on this right flank here or working in the center. It'd be important to capture this high ground here, especially with the elevation. So it might be best to send some reconnaissance units up forward to keep an eye on what's going over there. We'll do the same over here. And just like before, I'm going to set up a machine gun over here. Over here. And over there. Get some more recon. We want to take advantage of the high ground as much as we can. Capturing this hill here might be important. So let's see what our infantry we got left for infantry. Let's send 2 squads up there. Nothing serious, but enough to take the point. I'm out of recon. This area's kind of open here. Another machine gun squad. I'm gonna press here. Not really touch this ridge because it's gonna be probably loaded with guns. And I might actually get some mortars out. Actually, I'm gonna need them. Be a good point to attack. Let's actually go back here. See if we can capture that tree line there too. Let's go ahead and start this battle. This is a large map for the small amount of units we have. Immediately get into combat.
Борис, ложись!
Get out of the vehicles, please. I suspected there was already a nice little build up here. Get hit by some artillery. Machine gun's gotta move there. We gotta move that over here too. Remember taking casualties on the right. Some Strelkies.
Санитар! Ваши приказания? Санитар!
This means we're not gonna have a positive effect on the battlefield till next turn. So right now we have to set the conditions for phase B.
Отделение ждет команды.
Замечен противник. Да, товарищ. Здесь его видите.
Заряжай!
They made a conservative effort to try to take this
Зацепили!
this left flank.
За родину!
Проверяю
It's overlooking that. We control that point there.
Так точно.
Выпущу вас там.
We're sniping them on the road, but they're still pushing forward.
Санитар! Вставай, страна огромная.
Да, товарищ. Выпущу вас там.
Назад! Назад! Стрелки готовы.
See if we can pin those guys down.
Здесь увидите.
I got that machine gun. Now keep firing.
Разговорчики в строю.
Меня попали.
Still have much firepower left on those guys. And so far we haven't been able to capture too much ground due to the fact we don't have enough
Да,
units.
товарищ капитан. Вижу противника. Взвод построен.
No, we're able to drive them out. There's some barbed wire, and I think there's some trenches over here too.
Замечен противник.
So breaking this is not going to be easy.
Куда мы направляемся?
They also have another trench line over there too.
Товарищ командир.
Let's find out
И снаряжение не забудьте.
how strong that trench line is.
Разговорчики в строю.
And no, you guys are going this way.
Вперед! И снаряжение не забудьте. Так точно.
Врача. Выбейте их.
Взвод построен и ждет приказа.
Замечены фашисты. Проверить прицелы. Подбросить.
With reinforcements here, we're going to make a concerted effort to capture this. And then we're going to try to move with some tanks in this open area here as soon as we can.
Санитар!
So we can move that infantry there. It's kind of dangerous with that hill.
Стрелки готовы.
And it seems like that machine gun couldn't do any damage. So the defenses here are pretty tight.
За родину! Борис, ложись!
You got all variety of tanks. How many points for these ISs? 3.
Борис, ложись!
Замечены фашисты. Проверить прицелы.
Да, товарищ капитан. Шагом марш!
Приготовьтесь, ребята.
Заряжай!
You got something in that tree line over there.
Заметили. Здесь увидите. Прицел 10. Огонь.
Цепью! Вперед!
В полной боевой готовности, товарищ. Замечены фашисты. Проверить прицелы.
Ваше приказание. Борис, ложись!
Only a few minutes before the phase is over.
Стрелки готовы.
Able to capture this one little road section.
Санитар! Пора! Пошевеливайтесь! товарищ капитан. Санитар!
It sends a breakthrough on the right flank. And so infantry for a surrender. Let's move.
Сделали их. Отделение ждет команды.
Let's get the surrender.
Санитар!
And there's already their response with their artillery. They're quick on that.
Да, товарищ. Сравняемся с землей.
Бойцы, стой! Вставай, страна огромная.
Let's set ourselves up in the tree line.
Санитар!
And so far we've been able to chop some bit on the right. Not too much on the left.
Так точно.
They seem like they're pressing us on the left. Not much I can do. I don't have enough forces to deal with them. So the best thing we can do is set up some delaying tactics and stuff. Any
Санитар!
machine guns left? Stay there.
Вставай, страна огромная.
Осторожнее.
And
враг
stop.
рядом.
See what do we got? Set some of these guys up forward.
Борис, ложись!
Do some effective counter battery. Let's fall
Разговорчики
back.
в
We're
строю.
being overwhelmed.
Борис, ложись! Разговорчики в строю.
Taking some ground. And the good part about it is now we can get our tanks up. So the first phase we're doing is we're bringing up our IS-2s to deal with that. Same thing we're doing over here. Actually, no. Let's go to this road here.
Санитар!
You could probably bring up some lower tier tanks too.
Я больше не
One of these will come in handy. Dealing with all this crap here.
Сделали их.
Now keep kicking the wrong battalion. Let's bring this up.
Санитар!
And some T-34s.
Куда мы направляемся? Пошли.
Ваши
And the
приказания.
breakthrough continues on the right.
Шагом марш!
Probably bring some guys here. And bring some DP here. We're taking significant casualties, but with the ISs, things should turn a bit.
Вижу противника.
Now we secured a solid foothold.
Зацепили.
Это Сергей. Цель замечена.
Борис, ложись!
На позиции. Понял. Я слышал, тут где-то тигры. Что-то попаданием и трубы. Готов для охоты затрачивать. Здесь увидите.
Свод построен и ждет приказа.
Let's hope that with this, we can finally actually break through. We have more infantry coming up on phase C, but we need to actually break through with this tank unit. Bring in some ISs. I wish I could do that in I was playing multiplayer where I can bring up like multiple at the same time. Usually I can only bring up one or two.
Зацепили.
Быстро и точно.
I'm gonna focus on their tanks right now.
Вытащите меня отсюда!
Слушаю.
Пошли, пошли!
Танк готов. Молодец, наводчик.
Зацепили!
Let's capture that right.
Вижу противника!
I think those are our trucks actually.
Занесло.
We got plenty of points right now, so let's bring as many ISs and tanks as we can.
Жду приказов.
Want to be careful when it comes to towns and cities. From experience, at least online, I know that you get ambushed pretty badly.
Товарищ командир, пробил одного. Чёртова американская радиостанция не хочет работать.
There's plenty of AT guns out around here.
Вытащите меня отсюда!
Capture that trench line.
Товарищ капитан!
Bring our tanks up too.
Они отстреливаются. Слышу вас хорошо.
Взвод построен и ждет приказа.
Поехали.
We're about to suffer a major defeat.
Санитар! Взвод построен и ждет приказа.
We gotta capture this point now. 'Cause if not, you know, those tanks are pointless.
Санитар!
Слушаю. Поехали. На позиции. Да, товарищ.
Санитар!
Let's get out in the open.
Молодец, наводчик.
Because we're about to lose if we can't capture more points.
За родину!
And right now we actually got them on the
Ложись!
run.
Готовы, товарищ капитан. Пробил одного. На позиции.
So far the objective is not doing too well.
Зацепили!
Товарищ командир.
Санитар!
Make sure these tanks can actually get the job done. We gotta make some breakthroughs pretty soon.
Фашистам милиция. Вперед! Чёртова американская радиостанция не хочет работать.
Lost a T-34. There's an AT gun over there. I'm not gonna be able to deal with it only with the IS. And we're about to hit a major defeat
Атакую цель.
because we ran out of time because we didn't have enough forces to really press the advantage in the beginning.
Готов для охоты за
But
трофеем.
now we do.
Занесло.
So we can drive them up there.
Слышу вас хорошо. Приготовьтесь.
Deal with that AT gun, please.
Занесло.
Ah, that sucks. Now to the next one. We haven't broken their front line yet. This was actually a rout, but their lines held pretty good, and that's due to the fact that our units weren't as prepared, but we did cause significant casualties to them. And we still have this breakthrough here, but the lines are still holding. So we haven't done any significant damage just yet. We've had 2 battles, and we haven't been able to really press them as much as we want to. And here is where we failed. Their defense was a lot more tough than we thought. We didn't have enough infantry units going up in the beginning to set up the conditions, and we just ran out of time. So let's go ahead and end this turn. They're moving their forces through. It seems they're still going to defend that area here. They move some of their AA guns. We're going to go ahead and try again since our tank unit is pretty capable, especially for a breakthrough. They've plugged up the gap here, but there still is a hole. We're just waiting for the AI to finish its move. Where did this happen? They were trying to get air supremacy over here on this weak flank. And they don't have enough units. And once again, we intercept more. So our anti-aircraft defenses are doing their job and holding them back. We're just waiting for them to finish their turn. They've fallen back here. They have moved some of their units this way to plug this gap, which is going to give us a good advantage here, because we're going to start pressing them on all sides now, since we're all fixed and we're all in position now to deal with them. Surprised they're moving some of these units around. That unit's isolated by itself. I sent 2 to deal with it. Not very scared about it. And now we have the decision to press them on 2 sides. Do we attack here and here, or do we attack here and here? I'm going to choose the latter because these guys are kind of isolated. And once we can butcher them up a bit, we can push a little bit further up. Alright, we're going to attempt this one more time. See, that's the problem. We don't have enough. They have some stugs up there. So they're bringing some armor to try to counter us. So we decided to press forward instead. And this time I'm going to play with a tank unit. This tank unit here. Alright, so we're facing again. We got a couple infantry regiments. We're not facing any brigades, so we're actually facing a division this time. Manually deploy. It's a much smaller map, and I already don't like it due to the fact that it's all wooded. So ambushes are going to be quite annoying. So let's go ahead and send some reconnaissance units first, because they seem to attack us every single time first. Let's see what's going on here. Definitely bringing one of these up. Putting this one over here. We need tanks, and these are good. Oh, these are really good. Get some artillery out on them. Let's get a T-34. Anything else we can deploy? More reconnaissance units. Oh, we can't deploy them. Do you have anything else here we can send? Not too worried about anti-aircraft defenses at the moment. And while they press over here on this right, we're going to press on the left with our tanks. I'm going to send this out first. It's a T-34. We can lose it. You got some artillery. Don't want to press those guys a little too much because their accuracy with the artillery is actually quite impressive. Oh, I just noticed that we're actually being a little too conservative, actually. They actually have aircraft. I actually thought that, I didn't realize we're actually meeting. I got so used to breaking their lines, I didn't realize it. And that's going to be dangerous.
Готов взрывать танки, товарищ. Они отстреливаются.
Anything to deal with those? I didn't expect them to have an actual air force.
Нужна артподдержка. Понял. Меняю позицию.
This is going to be a problem, but we're going to have to muscle through it because we don't have a choice anymore.
Борис, ложись!
These guys need fire support there.
Огонь.
T-34 needs to hurry up and get some support. Along with this.
Готовы к салюту.
So far, things are not going so good for us. I gotta remember this is a little bit different than actually playing with playing out of 10v10. That our units are more limited to what I'm used to.
Товарищ командир, довези нас тут, пока война не закончилась. Жду ваших указаний.
Stop.
Останови мотор.
Let's get some fire support on those guys because our infantry's just getting mauled. So we don't have a full advantage over them. Clearly, I don't have to tell you guys to know that. We gotta capture that point there.
Разговорчики в строю.
And let's hit those guys over there too.
Охотник за танками готов.
The T-34 and some infantry so they can support him.
Меньше цель, меньше промах.
I'll place that there.
Оружие на изготовку.
There are differences. There are definitely a lot of differences between Army General and just playing a regular multiplayer match. And it's going to take me a few turns to get used to it because I don't really play Army General.
Готовьтесь к атаке.
Except for the online content, really. So I'm kind of caught off guard. And then I should have brought at least some anti-aircraft defenses with us. But didn't bother. I don't see anything else to shoot. Let's go ahead and scoop these guys over so we don't get hit. And it's a fun mode. Definitely is. It just takes some getting used to. And this is episode 1 of the Fate of Finland. We'll be coming to you guys with these on a not on a daily basis, but on a weekly basis every Tuesday at 2 p.m. We're gonna try to play this game as much as we can, trying to get at least a few turns through, and then keep it going. More Army General and operations as well. That thing is a champion. Takes more damage.
Попробуй вкус стали, фриц.
Let's deal with that small breakthrough there.
Такси готово.
Sent them over here because we can't lose these points.
Выпущу вас там. Слышу вас хорошо.
Зацепили.
I wanted some tanks actually. Let's bring some T-34s.
Артиллерия ждет приказа. Прицел 10. Огонь. Слышу вас хорошо.
And were we able to stop that? I think we were. But they're still pushing forward.
Да, товарищ.
Despite the fact that we're attacking. Finns are quite crafty. Their units are really good, even on online matches.
Готовы.
Actually try to take out that machine gun. Bring up some more Strelkies. We're getting in position to attack that hill. We need that tree line over there. I don't want to move any of my armored units while oh, like this. They're trying to surround this poor tank. Sent this guy over there because this tank is getting overwhelmed. He's got something to deal with it. He's got something to deal with it too. And we took this high ground here. The point of the objective now is to take this. Let's push down this road here. That T-34 has been fighting by itself. It has had no support basically. But we are going to send something over there to help it out. I just noticed there was some infantry there. That's going to be kind of a pain, because we don't have too much to deal with them. Not in this, is it a regiment or is it a battalion? I'm going to say it's a brigade. Just says 3rd Mobile Group. And they try to be as historically accurate on these matches too. So we're trying to actually push the Finns back. We just took a huge loss. It's those infantry again. Gotta be careful because they can deal with these tanks. Don't want to make the mistakes that the real Russians made. What we really need is more infantry. We're mobile so we can move. Alright, keep going back. It's got transmission damage. And somehow we just lost our... Where did we lose that unit at? It's those AT units, and we just lost it there, which means we can't put them closer to where we had them before. Let's put them there. The AI is being very aggressive towards us. Let's move them out towards the open. We gotta capture that bridge again. I want to be very careful about pushing up too far. And the reality is those woods are really what's tearing us apart right now. We haven't taken like significant losses, but we've definitely been touched up a bit. And without infantry, it's going to be kind of tough. I know I could have selected infantry too and used them, But the reality is we're trying to play this as, you know, one unit base as much as we can. Just try to make it as realistic as we can, because you can't. Because right now we're role playing as a regiment commander basically. We have to rely on other forces in order to get our you know, our units to be safe and everything. So it's just something I want to do. Not something you have to do. You can always take control of all the units you want. It's just the way I want to play the game. I'm going to take this point back, I hope. Oh, just an MG squad. And phase B. We should get more infantry out. Send some reconnaissance. And let's get some tanks. The AI was kind enough to send me a supply truck to fix that. And they're probably attacking those guns. And let's move them. That's the benefit of them being mobile, is they can actually move. And their counterattack here was pretty aggressive. I wish I could get more infantry out here. Do I have anything here? Oh, this is gonna have to do. Oh, they picked off that T-34. Some BS. Let's send another one. And they are really doing a lot of hit and run tactics, honestly. It's kind of caught me off guard because I'm so used to conventionally going up against people that this AI is actually throwing me off a bit. You guys have seen plenty of 10v10 matches. Not something we're used to doing. But the AI is playing very interesting way, really. Bring up some artillery. They're right there. That T-34, let's place it here. Because any further up is going to be another ambush, and we already got two. We don't want to keep repeating the same mistake over and over again. Another IS-1. Where was... Oh, over here. It's this infantry and everything that's going on there. If it's safe here, we'll bring them up. Focus on that. Just reconnaissance planes. Bring one of these up here.
Санитар!
Trying to overwhelm him with T-34s over there. Seems like the enemy is still pressing really hard towards this tree line. That's what I was a little bit worried about.
Готов для охоты за трофеем.
Борис, ложись!
На позиции! Занесло.
Отделение ждет команды. Разговорчики в строю.
Это Сергей, цель замечена. Молодец, наводчик.
Оружие на изготовку.
I'm not doing too bad right now.
Танк готов.
Let's press him.
Это Сергей, цель замечена. Да, товарищ командир.
Careful. We need those machine guns to deal with them.
Зацепили. За родину! Санитар! Вставай, страна огромная.
Готовьтесь. Мы выезжаем. Пробил одного. Нужна
I think we just lost a supply truck. Yeah, we did send those units to their death, but I don't have much infantry, so I gotta deal with them the best way I can at the moment.
Ждем координатов.
Move this way.
Понял. Меняю позицию. Отбой. Готов переводить. Пробил одного.
Второй взвод. Выдвигаемся.
Сержант Попов ранен. Да, товарищ. Огонь.
Стрелки готовы. Зацепили.
Слышу вас хорошо.
And as always, we're in tight spaces. Not something I like. We lost another little armored car.
Жду приказа.
Зацепили.
Getting the armored car up there is going to be effective because it has a gun.
Товарищ командир.
And we captured the point. And where are we being pushed back? It's the AI again. It's just this wooded area is so hard for us to move forward with our tanks and armored vehicles.
Да, товарищ. Боеприпасы закончились.
I mean, look at that.
Американская радиостанция не хочет работать.
Reverse.
Мы готовы. Понял.
Those guys got killed. But we are pressing a little forward.
Попали.
And it looks like our gamble did work on this side at least.
Выпущу вас там.
But right here, we're still getting hammered pretty badly.
Мы слушаем.
Please don't do this.
Они отстреливаются.
I'm not sure if we've achieved a breakthrough yet.
Яблочко. Слышу вас хорошо. Все наружу.
Вперед! И снаряжение не забудьте.
Да, товарищ. Отступаем медленно.
Зацепили.
The armored car is holding everything back right now.
Если там
No, don't move too forward. We need some units to push over here.
Зацепили.
На позиции! Боеприпасы закончились. Да, товарищ.
Go this way. We're gonna need you over there.
Молодец, наводчик. Готов для охоты запросить.
Oh, come on.
Вперед!
Why'd you get so close? Bring some of these guys up. That's just stupid T-34. God damn it.
Приказание.
Don't get too close. Don't let them get close.
Еще одно попадание.
The infantry's deadly when it gets close to you.
Танк готов. Тормози. Все наружу. Слушаю.
Борис, ложись.
Понял. Так быстро, как можем. Хорошее попадание. Чёртова американская радиостанция не хочет работать. Пробил одного.
And I gotta bring more T-34s because that point was lost.
Ваших указаний.
And the enemy keeps pushing forward.
Подай газку.
Sent those tanks up.
Орудия заряжены и готовы.
What did we lose again? Another T-34.
Прицел 10. Огонь.
Шагом марш.
Танк готов.
Killed by that unit.
Боеприпасы закончились.
Alright, I gotta bring these guys up because they're the only thing that's gonna stop them.
На позиции. Какой будет план? Пробил одного. Двигатель работает. Мы ждем. Да, товарищ. Готовьтесь. Мы выезжаем.
Ваши
Falling back.
приказания.
Атакую цель.
More tanks on the way. This point we're trying to overwhelm them. We're getting hit with artillery, airstrikes consistently now.
Пробил одного.
The force is intimidating.
Зацепили.
Это Сергей. Цель замечена.
Go this way.
Зацепили.
Let's get around some open area.
Ожидаем действий.
Санитар.
Меньше цель, меньше промах.
Вытащите меня отсюда.
Чёртова американская радиостанция не хочет работать.
Вижу противника. Борис, ложись.
Товарищ командир, мы выдвигаемся, товарищ. Товарищ командир, бросайте машину. На позиции. Отступайте, но держитесь лицом к врагу.
Can't let them advance any further.
Слышу вас хорошо.
You got a bit of a strategy now how to deal with them. You gotta hold points and then just make sure we have enough fire support to deal with them. Just gotta push forward. Just gotta push it.
На позиции. Пронесло. Ожидаю действий.
Oh man, they got an AT gun up there.
Я больше не могу.
Молодец, наводчик. Это Сергей, цель замечена.
Борис, ложись!
Меньше цель, меньше промах. Готов, товарищ.
Then we're still dealing with a stalemate.
Назад.
It's this fortress area that needs to be captured. We have made progress here, but
Да, товарищ.
they're consistently trying to take out that assault gun.
Эта война закончится.
Sent them over there.
Они отстреливаются. Жду приказов. Мы выдвигаемся, товарищ. Молодец, наводчик. Атакуй цель. Хорошее попадание.
The Finnish infantry is just very strong.
Ожидаю действий. Молодец, наводчик.
It seems like we're able to clear some of it.
Санитар! Я больше не могу.
Слушаю.
We still got some time to capture some points. So it's not all doom and gloom yet.
Слушаю.
I'm actually intimidated to go down this way, but I'm gonna split it up actually.
Готов. Цель перекрестия. Огонь! Товарищ, готовьтесь. Мы выезжаем. Понял. Молодец, наводчик. Иду. Куда попали?
Seems they're committing a lot here.
Ваше приказание, товарищ. Вперед! Жду приказов.
And we flip the point and a flag.
Отстреливаются.
Let's unload.
Приказание?
Охотник за танками готов. Яблочко. Они отстреливаются.
Flipping more points.
Слышу вас,
I think we're actually finally routing them. I hope we are.
мы выезжаем.
The Finns have definitely fought extremely well, despite being overwhelmed and outnumbered, especially by armored vehicles.
Готовьтесь к атаке. Понял. Иду.
That squad's probably heading up there to deal with the ISU 152.
Танк готов. Вперед, ребята. Да, товарищ. Да, товарищ. Они отстреливаются.
Let's keep the pressure.
Товарищ, как станция не хочет работать.
And we have just muscled our way through.
Они отстреливаются.
We finally got it after a few tries. Not a big deal. We got more.
Молодец, наводчик.
Shouldn't be losing as many of these, but
Вижу противника.
we're definitely squeezing them out now.
Слышу вас хорошо. Товарищ командир. В нас попали. Атакую вражескую технику. Готов взрывать танки, товарищ.
Only 9 minutes left.
Слушаю.
Let's capture this point. Even though they've recaptured the road here.
Молодец, наводчик. Орудия заряжены и готовы. Корректирую огонь.
Let's be careful here.
Матье.
Тут опасно!
Ищу жертву.
Each point has to be advanced slowly, just so we don't have significant casualties.
Они отстреливаются.
But so far we've been able to do it.
Охотник за танками готов. Они отстреливаются. Молодец, наводчик. Цель. Атакую цель.
Now we can actually use the word breakthrough because we are capturing their points quickly.
Молодец, наводчик. Да, товарищ. Я слышал, тут где-то тигры.
We're advancing significantly now. And I had to fall back because I was kind of scared of that AT gun.
Землей, товарищ.
We've lost too many tanks to this stuff already too many times.
Охотник за танками.
Careful. That infantry is extremely powerful.
Молодец, наводчик. Поехали. Готов к приказам.
And now we got a major defeat on our hands. What looked almost impossible for a bit
Они отстреливаются.
is now just a crumbling front line. Let's take the high ground.
Готовьтесь.
You control that roadway there. And now we can press them here and squeeze them out. Let's send some tanks over to help our... Actually, no. Let's send some of these over to help them out. Lost another T-34.
Да, товарищ. Бойцы, война в том направлении.
That's because the enemy has the road.
Ваше приказание, товарищ. Они отстреливаются.
And so far, the invasion of Finland isn't going to plan, but it's going better than the first Winter War.
Американская радиостанция.
My knowledge of the continuation war is a little lackluster. I don't know much enough about it.
Танк готов.
And they have some AT squads there. Let's actually go deal with that.
Жду приказов.
Anything else that we can throw that looks like infantry?
Жду ваших указаний.
Good thing about being in this open area is that we can always overwhelm them with their tanks, machine guns. Let's not lose that point.
Санитар!
And let's advance down the hill.
Хорошо. Ваше приказание, товарищ.
Lost quite a bit of tanks.
Занесло.
But we finally achieved the breakthrough.
Товарищ.
Oh no, not again.
В нас попали. Отступаем медленно. Слушаю. В нас попали. Нужна лишняя пара глаз. Вперед. Нужна лишняя пара глаз. В нас попали.
That guy was able to get one of our tanks.
Слышу вас хорошо. Приготовьтесь к атаке. Чёртова американская радиостанция не хочет работать. Если там фрицы, то мы...
How could nobody kill that?
Вперед! На запад! На позиции! Ваше приказание, товарищ.
Still launching counterattacks over there.
Это тигры.
If our assault guns are gonna get up there in time. Stop. Don't move too close to the forest. That's where they've been shredding us to pieces. So I don't think we'll be able to move more than that right now. And despite our casualties, we've reached finally the total defeat. Oh, careful. Got some infantry sneaking up. They got another T-34. They brought it back down to a major defeat, but we're going to make sure this stays total. Just one more point to capture. Just one more flag. And they're collapsing all over. They have put up a spirited effort. You gotta be careful there. Definitely put up a spirited effort, despite the fact of being absolutely outnumbered. And they're just coming out of that wood line like crazy. And what's another point that fell? That's about to fall right now. 2 minutes remain. It says 2 minutes remaining, but it says 22 seconds on our end. I wonder what point we lost. Somewhere up here, I think. And we couldn't get the total defeat, but we got a major victory, guys. We did pretty trash, but considering the fact that they were defending, we got pretty I guess we got pretty lucky. Let's go ahead and exit it. We finally were able to break through their front line, and now we're our attack is now open. So they either get destroyed or routed. And the breakthrough is done. Do we have the units to fill in the breakthrough? Yes, we do. But we can't move up as much because there's a freaking traffic jam. Which means we're going to have to push through here to effectively make advantage of this. But we have definitely broken through their front line, and now we're definitely pushing forward. And this is going to be the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is the episode 1 of the Fate of Finland. We're going to be doing this every single week from Tuesday from 2 p.m. Hope you guys enjoy it. We're on turn 2. We're going to next turn we're going to be launching an attack here, right there, and we're going to try to break through here. So I hope you guys stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoy the content. Like if you like this. Subscribe if this is your type of content. And I hope you guys have a great day.